Oh, I'm so sorry. This whole time it told me I was live. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. Let me know if you're on YouTube and you can see me live over there. YouTube. Go over to YouTube. It wasn't streaming. Oh, every time there's some kind of problem. I was telling this great story. You guys missed it. Hello, if you're on YouTube. Hi. Oh my gosh. I was talking this whole time. I thought it was recording me. Because I saw concurrent viewers. I saw people on here and I could see myself and I thought, oh, I must be live. And then it kept giving me this thing, go live. I'm like, but I'm live. Oh, I'm a goofball. Okay. Yeah. Hi. Every time it's something. Every time it's something. Oh, I'm going to have some coffee and hopefully recover. Okay, so you guys can see me. Thank you for being here. I'm so goofy sometimes. Ugh. All right, let's start over. Hello, everyone on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube now live. I thought I was before. I guess I am now. I'm going to start over. So hello. I have decided that I'm going to have a theme for each live I do. And today I was, just doing some thinking, sitting in the power, meditating. And it came to me that I should talk about how to be a good sitter. And there are all these different things that can happen. A sitter is a mediumship client. And if you have had little to no experience with mediumship, it's hard to know what the right thing to do is when you get into a reading. So for me, I try to remember to instruct my clients to say yes, no, maybe, or I don't know. Yeah, I know I was live on TikTok, but I also thought I was live over here. I always instruct my student or see, I'm all discombobulated. I always instruct my sitters to say yes, no, maybe, or I don't know, unless they're familiar and they've had several readings they already know. But to somebody who's new, I don't want any information ahead of time. The less I know, the better, because it's nice to see just who comes through. And so I say yes, no, maybe, or I don't know. And at the end, we can wrap up the reading. And so sometimes we can, thank you, Jane. Sometimes we can misinterpret the information we see as a medium and think it's one thing when it's actually another. And before I realized I wasn't live, I was giving the example of this rhinoceros. If I see this in my mind's eye, I could interpret it as a knickknack, because it's like a little knickknack you sit around on your little shelf. I could interpret it as the person was a zookeeper. I could interpret it as your spirit animal. There's many things when you see this in your mind's eye as a medium that you could interpret it as. So we have to be careful unless the spirit gives us very, very clear information and says, I was a zookeeper. Then we have to see this in our mind's eye and say, okay, so what does this mean? And we have to try to really keep from putting our own human stuff into our reading. We have to really try to stay connected to spirit and see what they're showing us. And sometimes, as I was saying before, sometimes it's hard to get information from spirit. Sometimes, Tammy, you want to come over to my YouTube live? That's where I'm going to be doing readings. Same name, Peaceful Nick the Medium. Hello, everyone on TikTok. Um, Sometimes we misinterpret what we're seeing. Sometimes a spirit comes through and it's as clear as if I'm talking to you right now. And it's wonderful when that happens. It makes it so easy because I literally just, the information comes through and I just blah, 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 blah. And sometimes it is so hard to understand what they're showing me. And I'm sure other mediums have similar experiences because it depends on my clairs. Clairs are, claircognizance, just knowing, clairvoyance, seeing, clear hearing, all the different senses, the feeling, physical or emotional. Hi. Hi, everyone. So when you do mediumship development, you learn about the different abilities. And I did, Paige, and I thought I was live and talking to you. So give me a few minutes because I made a mistake and didn't go live on time by accident, and I thought I was. So sometimes we're just trying to interpret what we see. Sometimes the spirit brings through very clear messages. Sometimes it's very hard. And we have to develop our different clairs in order to have better readings. And sometimes it doesn't matter. You can be a fully developed medium that's, very experienced. And sometimes that spirit is just not clearly communicating. Sometimes they just don't. It could be me, it could be them. Who knows? There's a million different variables to why that would happen. So to be a good sitter, be patient with the medium. Be free of expectations, because there's nothing worse than coming into a reading and having your expectations so high and that person you wanted to hear from doesn't show up in the reading. And then you leave disappointed and brokenhearted. And my goal as a medium is to leave people better off at the end of the reading than they were when they came into the reading. I don't want anyone to be hurt or feel bad after a reading. Okay, I'm glad everybody can see me. So what else can we learn? So we're just interpreting what we see. Yesterday I was doing a reading and I was talking about a dog. Tammy, you know what would be good for you? I have my beginners class starting in March. You could check out. You can email me if you want more information. Yeah, you have claircognizance. I had that my whole life and didn't know what it was until I got trained as a medium. And I have a video on here, beginners mediumship. It's I don't know, 30 minutes or an hour. That's kind of like a really condensed version of what you'll learn in my class. I talk really fast in it, but in class it's a lot more interactive. So check that out. Oh, Lori, thank you, honey. I'm glad. That makes me happy. I have mini readings tomorrow. They're booking up. I think there's 2 or 3 left, maybe. They're only $35 for 15 minutes. So if you want to, for anybody who wants to get a quick little short reading, those are tomorrow. I'll close it. I'll close the registration tonight. So if you want one, it's a good, inexpensive way to get a nice, good reading. So yesterday I was giving a reading and it was about this lady's dog, and I saw a Frisbee. And I thought, that's just so easy and too hokey. Like, she's going to think I'm ridiculous if I say I see a Frisbee. Do you understand why they're showing me a Frisbee? But I said it because I've learned, my husband helped me realize that I shouldn't second guess myself. When I see it, say it. He helped me through that, because I would hold back information in a reading because I didn't think it made sense. Or like in this case, I'm like, that's hokey. They're going to think I'm just making it up. So I said it, and it's thankfully I felt comfortable enough to say it because it's a client that I've had several readings with. So we kind of, know each other's personality a little bit. And I said, do you understand why they're showing me a Frisbee? I said, I know, like dogs play with Frisbees sometimes, but she's like, no, that's not it. Her neighbor had thrown a Frisbee into her yard the day before because she thought it was their dog's Frisbee. And so, see, I interpreted it as, oh, this must be their dog's Frisbee. But actually, that's part of the evidence, right? Yes, he is very supportive, Paige. Very, very supportive. I was afraid to tell him because I thought he'd think I was crazy. But he never did, shockingly. So part of the evidence was my own doubt of she's going to think I'm just making it up because a Frisbee for a dog is like a common thing. But that was part of the evidence because the neighbor thought, oh, this must be their dog's Frisbee. So thankfully, I gave the evidence. It was part of the reading. It supported what was happening in the reading. So we're just interpreting what we're seeing. Another way to be a good sitter is, and I was saying this when I thought I was live, if I was a world traveler and knew about different cultures, different religions, different countries, I would attract a lot of people from around different parts of the world that have experience with these countries, cultures, and religions. However, that's not in my database as much. That doesn't mean I can't give a reading to somebody like that. It's just more common for people to be attracted to get a reading with my database, which is I grew up in a dysfunctional family. I grew up with alcoholics and addicts. I grew up with a lot of trauma and abuse. And so I get a lot of clients, sitters, who their loved ones in spirit may have experienced that, or they may have that in common. So that's in my database. So to be a good sitter, you have to understand, oh, she's using what's in her mind to interpret what's going on. Psychic amnesia is another thing. Yeah, Jane, that's exactly what happens. And Tammy, yep, that was me. Yeah, that was me. We can get to the warm embrace later. Let's see. I just want to finish these last couple of points and then I'll see who comes through for the readings. Psychic amnesia. I was giving a reading. So there's 2 points in this story. I was giving a reading to a mother who lost a child. This mother did not tell me that she was bringing the father to the reading. You need to let me know if somebody else is going to be there. I didn't know, which is fine. I was fine with it. And the parents were no longer together. And I don't know if the mom was afraid to say yes to the information because the dad was there, or if she just had psychic amnesia, which is during a reading, you forget, you can't remember because you're so excited and you're so energized. Hello on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'll be doing some readings over there. So find me over there, Peaceful Nick the Medium. So I gave this mother evidence and she's like, no. I gave her some more evidence. She's like, no. I gave her some more. She's like, no. And I'm like, this is weird because this was the second reading I had given her. And the first reading was crystal clear and she said yes to everything. So after the reading, about 10 or 15 minutes later, she sent me an email with photographs of everything I said, like 3 or 4 things that I was telling her about in the reading that she said no to. I mean, down to the toys in the child's room that were still up. And so that's we call psychic amnesia. If the fact was she didn't remember it because she was excited or nervous, that's psychic amnesia. And then you remember later. So that's really common. And then being closed off to a message is another issue. If you're on TikTok and you want to try for a reading, I'm over on my YouTube page. Being closed off to reading is someone who's not necessarily ready to get a reading. They don't really believe, and they're just emotionally closed off. If you've ever, known someone who kind of hides their emotions, they're closed off, you can kind of feel their energy. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So I was giving a practice reading before I became a professional medium, and a friend of mine, a very good friend, set me up with a bunch of people to give practice readings to, because I wanted to give, hi Olga, hi Mammy, I wanted to give readings to people I didn't know, because when you're in mediumship classes, you give readings to the same people over and over and over again, which is good. You need the practice, but you also need to practice with people you don't know and haven't given readings to. There's no other way to develop. So I gave a practice reading to this young woman, and I said, A, B, C, D, E. Hi, Ethan. I said A, B, C, D, E, information. And the young woman was like, no. Well, then I called. Oh, thank you, Omar. Oh, okay. Music, Omar. Listen to music, and each time you listen to a song, tune into a different thing. The voice, the drums, the synthesizer, the guitar, whatever instruments they're using, tune into one part of it each time. That'll develop your clairaudience. That's one way. You could do that with watching TV, if you're listening, something like that. So the young lady who said no to everything is where I was at. I went and called my friend who knew her, and she knew the person that passed as well. It was the lady's father. She knew them both. She worked with the dad for years. And I said, I told her A, B, C, D, blah, 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 blah. And she said no to all of it, but it was so clear. And I'm like, I was just like, what happened? She's like, well, you were right about this. You were right about that. You were right about, I literally knew the room in the house and the position of the house where the man passed away. Like, I had very good details, and the girl she was not open. So if you're going to come to a reading, be open, be ready. If you're not ready, don't book one. If you're going to be like closed off, don't book a reading, because you're just going to make yourself miserable and your medium miserable. Oh, thank you. Hi. I'm on YouTube if you want to try for a reading. I'm going to start those in just about a minute. So if you want to try for a mini reading, go over to my YouTube page. Think about psychic amnesia. Take deep breaths. Take deep breaths, take deep breaths, take deep breaths. Don't be embarrassed to say yes to your medium. Say yes, no, maybe, or I don't know. That helps the medium. And realize we're interpreting what's in our database. So have some grace when you're getting a reading. Now, if you get a really bad reading from someone and they're very unprofessional, or you just honestly, really, they just didn't give you the right information about anything, they should offer you a refund, a redo, or a referral. That's just good, professional practice. So make sure your medium is professional. Make sure they have a professional website. Look at all their social media email them ahead of time to their email, because there are so many scammers. You don't want to get scammed. And we will never private message you for a reading. Any ethical medium will never do that. There are so many copycats out there, so many scammers. It's terrible. So make sure never book a reading with someone who sends you a private message on social media. Please don't do that. Okay, so how to be a good sitter. I'm going to try to find a blank page here. I want to try to do a couple of readings, a couple of mini readings. Let's see. Omar, I hope you got my message. Hello, hello. I'm just going back up. Let's see, Dawn. I believe my dad was trying to give me info regarding my mom during our first reading. Now my sisters and I have to get genetic testing, and I'm losing my mind. Oh, because of the genetic testing, because you're afraid that something bad is going to happen? Yeah, Mammy. I'm sorry, Dawn. I hope it... just briefly, Dawn, I'm hearing follow the science. Follow the science. And for those of you who don't know me, I have science degrees. I've worked in science education and communication for 20 years before I became a medium. So but I always was on the fringes of science, pushing the boundaries with things. Hi. Come over to YouTube. I'm going to start doing some mini readings right now. It says follow the science. Follow the science. So, and worry just makes it worse. So I hope, and patience, breathe deep. And he's saying, go out in nature. I know it's probably cold where most people are. But try to do something in nature. And if you can't do something in nature, turn on a video of like forest sounds or something, because half the country's frozen right now. So try to turn something on that will make you at least give you the feeling that you're out in nature and not frozen. Let's see. Paige, are you still here? Let me know if you're here, Paige. And be patient because the comments don't load that quickly. And thank you for everyone who's joining while I wait for Paige's comment to load to see if she's still here. Okay. If you could remind me what cut off, what question you asked, because I do a lot of lives and I can't really remember. Hi, Erin. If you could remind me what I was talking about before it got cut off, that would be great. So I can try to reconnect and get you the right information. I don't just want to do 10 minutes of random information. So I don't remember. While we're waiting for Paige to answer and remind me what she asked me before, I have mini readings tomorrow. There's a couple left. They're only $35. If you're new to mediumship or you just need a quick reading, inexpensive, there's a couple left. You can book those on my website. Oh, yeah, okay. Let me try to remember, because he was picking his skin, right? He kept showing me he was picking his skin. Let me see if I wrote anything down, because I draw pictures and I just have notebooks with so many notes. Okay, I must have had it in a different notebook. Yeah, he was picking his skin. And did you want, was there something that you didn't hear me say that you asked me? Okay, I can see your messages, Mammy. Hi. Because I feel like you had a specific thing you didn't hear the answer to. I remember that. I remember the picking the skin and the skin cancer. I'm trying to see if I have the drawings in here. That's all that came through, and then the video cut off. Okay. Let me reconnect, okay, Paige? Thank you for everyone's patience. And did you watch the replay on my Facebook page? Because I may have continued on there. It'll be on my Facebook page. Just wondering. Okay. He's showing me a grouping of dots, a grouping of black dots. Did he have melanoma? Was it some type of severe skin cancer? And he's talking about something you changed recently. You changed and you did something new. Yes, melanoma. And is there something new that you recently did? New job, new career, new personal choice, new house, something new. He's talking about something new. Hi on TikTok. I'm doing readings on my YouTube page. Thank you for watching. And he's saying choices, choices. We have choices. We are thinking about moving, but not sure. Okay. Choices, choices. He's saying choices, choices. And he's like, too many choices. Almost like he wants you to narrow down the options. He's like, narrow it down. Narrow it down and make a pros and cons list. Because the economy's hard. Like, he's like, narrow it down, make a pros and cons list. Don't get into a situation where if you're moving and the house has an inflated price, that you're going to be financially in trouble later, because you know the interest rates are kind of crazy. So make sure you narrow it down, make a pros and cons list. Don't get where your head will be underwater, meaning like keep your head above water. I'm interpreting that as. So narrow it. He's just like repeating that. Narrow it down, make a pros and cons list. So I hope that helps you make your choice, Paige. Okay, that is exactly what we worry about. Isn't Spirit great? So he wants you to be smart about it. Make a list. Now he's like, sometimes the new place seems so appealing, but you have to think long term. It may be appealing now, but is it going to work in the long run? Are you going to be in trouble later? Are you going to have 5 new roommates, which would be a terrible thing to have? Yes. Okay. Wonderful. So know that that's your message from your dad. Okay. All righty. Yay. All right. I'm going back up here to see what else came through. Thank you all. Let's see. When do I go? Okay, but they fit my reading. Okay. Medium Omar, I answered that. Hi, Stephanie. My mom's came back with a few things and are serious. Okay, Dawn. I'm sorry, honey. Caitlin, I'm on my Facebook page. Oh, hi, Carol. Caitlin, if you want a message, come over to my, I'm not my Facebook, my YouTube page. I'm sorry. I'm too many lives going on at once. I'm on my YouTube page. If you want to come over there. Peaceful Nick the Medium, same name. All right, let's see. Dawn, I would also say do some meditation, and your state of mind is going to really affect you through this. Like keep it positive. Keep it positive, keep it positive, keep it positive. Don't spiral into negativity and worry. I saw this the other day and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm going to tell everybody, worry is praying for the thing you're afraid of to happen. So I know that's hard to do sometimes. I live in this life too, but try to continue to shift to positivity while you wait for these test results, because you might worry yourself into a different sickness. Let's see. Now, whoever pops in. Oh, thank you, Jane. Christina Gallo, are you here still? You are welcome. You are welcome. Hi, everyone. Hi. All right, Christina. I'm going to read for Christina. If you guys could hold comments, I'm on my YouTube page while I just read for Christina. Okay, Dawn, good. He's right. Stop worrying. Christina, do you have either your dad was like two different people, or you had your dad and a different man who was different than your dad, but also a father figure like a grandfather or an uncle or a stepfather or something? Because I'm feeling two sides of this man, but it could be he's showing me another man that was influential in your life. Or bipolar, something like that. Thank you, Olga. That is very kind. It's because I'm a teacher by day. So I explain everything. Hi, Ethan. I'm still here. I know you're here still. I'm trying to go in order. Yes. Okay. Yes, Christina, there were two men, or he was like two different people. Like he had. Because I'm seeing someone who had a very different life than the other, like the partier type, and then the more structured is what he's showing me. And just while we wait, two men. Okay. Was your dad the one that had your biological dad, the more free thinking personality? And are they both in spirit? Could actually be both. Okay. So they're both in spirit. Okay. Because it seems the one, I feel it's your bio dad, was the more of a partier, more of a fun guy. Yes, okay. So because there's a delay in these in the comments coming through, I'm not sure sometimes if you guys are saying yes to what I just asked. So if you are saying yes or no, like for this instance, say yes, dad was a partier. Like just give me a little hint so I know which question you're answering. Because I'm seeing partying, smoking, too much fun. I'm hearing too much fun. Not enough responsibility. Should have been more responsible. And the fun led to health issues for him, is what I'm seeing. So whichever man this is. And now I'm seeing a brain. So, and of course the comments are delayed because, Hi, Miley's mom. I'm doing readings on my YouTube page if you want to come over there. I can't do both. I did that once and it was crazy. And I'm waiting for the comments to load because, yay. I'm seeing the actual convolutions in a brain. Those are the little twisty parts. And nothing has loaded. Hi. My mother's dad a brain tumor before my mother had a brain tumor before my dad passed. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Do you understand your dad having too much fun and causing him and causing him some health issues? And somebody's smoking. And sometimes also on here, the comments don't all come through, so I could have missed. Yes, I understand it. Okay, thank you. So know that both of these men are standing like guardians and almost like they're like protecting you. So he smoked. Okay, thank you. So know that they're watching over you, they're around you, you're loved, you're being protected as much as a soul can protect us. Now, obviously, there's limits to that. And is your mother still here? Because he's saying give your mother a kiss. So I don't know if he's meaning there or here. We're saying give your mother a kiss. He's being endearing. So let me know. Thanks, Deirdre. Let me know if you understand that and know that you are loved and that your loved ones are safe and at peace. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Christina. I'm going to go to the next reading so I can get a bunch. She's still here. Okay, so that's why he's saying give your mother a kiss. Okay, they show me that on the forehead. Give your mother a kiss. Okay. If she's open to receive the message, let her know. And he's like, he's like, as messed up as I was at times, I did have love for her. Whether she'll accept that or not, I don't know. But that's just the message. In spirit, we're pure love. In spirit, we're not the mistakes we made. In spirit, we are unconditional. we're not the messed up human part. It's the human brain that's messed up, not not the soul. The soul is pure and always pure. Okay, thank you, Christina. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. You're very welcome. Where was I? Back up here. Wendy Brofman. Let me know if you're still here. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, and yesterday when I was doing my live, okay, Wendy, I'm coming to you next. I was doing my live, and at the end, I had several people in a row wanting a message from their husband, and I did a collective reading. So you can go watch that on my Facebook page. It was really, it's kind of comical, and then it turned into a one-on-one reading. Wendy, I think I have your brother here. And I'm hearing something about twins. So I don't know if you were twins or if somebody has twins or if two people have the same name. Maybe your brother and your dad. I don't know, but I'm hearing something about two of the same. One time I was giving a reading to a woman and her husband showed me a Xerox and that her kids were like Xerox copies, and I didn't understand it and she didn't understand it. And then later she emailed me, she goes, "Oh, my kids are twins." So I never know how it's going to come through. But two things are the same. He's saying two things are the same. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Ashley was, yeah, okay. People used to call us twins because we looked, okay, that's why I heard the word twins. Okay. Would you understand he had mental health issues? Because I think it's your brother. It could be somebody else in the scenario, but I feel like it's your brother. My husband has twin brothers. Okay. So a double layer there. Do you understand the mental health issue? I feel like it's with your brother. Yes, okay. And did he also struggle with some type of addiction? I don't know if these are pills I'm seeing, something like that. Maybe he was secretly taking pills or taking prescriptions the way he wasn't supposed to take them. Something around that is what I'm seeing. Yes, mental health. And thank you everyone for your patience. Yes, okay. Thank you. He says, ooh, he wants to apologize to you for a very specific reason. And he's giving me the impression that there were things he used you for as far as excuses. He was using you to make excuses to other people, or maybe even using your medication, like taking it out of your cabinet or putting his medication in your purse, something where he feels like he shouldn't have done it, like something with his around his addiction. He's apologizing to you that he used you in a way not ethically, and he wants to apologize for that. And it almost seems like something to do with the drug of choice he had. You understand? I'm assuming by those emojis I can't really see what they are. Crying face. My eyes aren't that great because I have bifocal contacts. So, hi, Brandon. I'm on YouTube doing readings if you guys want to go over there. Let me know if you understand why he's... Yes, okay, thank you. He's like, I shouldn't have done that. That was wrong. And he's saying cuss words. He's saying I was a real piece of crap for doing that. And he wants to apologize. And he wants you to know he loved you and he looked up to you. Whether because of your strength, because you didn't you didn't do bad things like he did. You made better choices than he did. And that's what, and he would get so, it's like he would get so mad and he'd be mad at you, but he's not really mad at you. He was mad at himself because you made better choices than he did. And he just wants to let you know he appreciated that you inspired him, even though he didn't always make the right choice. And he just wants to apologize for not doing the right thing by you. And just know he's safe, at peace, free of any mental health issues or addiction. And you're very much loved by him and very appreciated by him, and really, really just love. He's just like, I just love her and love her and love her and love her. Love, 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 love. He took his own life and I was with him the night right before he committed suicide, and I live with blame and guilt. Okay. There is absolutely nothing you could have done to prevent the choice he made. Free yourself from that guilt. No matter what you would have done, he would have eventually come to that choice. You know, even putting someone in rehab, if somebody's not ready for rehab, it's not going to work. You know, Matthew Perry's a good example of that. The guy from Friends who died. Yes, I'm live on YouTube. Sorry, Trent. I thought I was live for like 10 minutes and I was talking to the screen and I wasn't live because I'm a ding dong. So yeah, I'm over there. Like Matthew Perry, he went to rehab 1 million times. He spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on rehab, and still, according to his autopsy report, the medication he was on, he wasn't taking properly. And that contributed to his drowning. Because some people just can't shake the addiction. And that addiction leads to deeper mental health issues and sometimes unaliving themselves. And it's never your fault. It's the person has to make the choice. Okay? Now, there are young children who do this. I'm not saying that a young children doing this is their fault. That's a whole different scenario. But as an adult, we have access to resources. And sometimes the mental health issues are too deep. They're just too deep, and we can't. No, it's not your fault. It is not your fault, Wendy. Please, please, please forgive yourself. Please, please, please. And I would highly suggest getting some one-on-one grief counseling from a therapist, a psychologist, someone that specializes in helping with the situation. I can give you readings all day long, but I'm not a therapist. I will tell you, though, there is no reason for you to feel like it's your fault, because he is fine. He is safe and at peace. He is safe and at peace. He's perfectly free of all of the pain he had when he was here. You know, past trauma caused this. He had to be able to overcome it, and sometimes humans can't. I've gone through depression. I've had mental health issues in my life before. pretty much everybody I know has gone through something similar with mental health issues. Sometimes it gets worse, sometimes it gets better, sometimes it ebbs and flows. Please do not blame yourself. Please do not blame yourself. When someone has decided to do that, there's nothing you can do to prevent it, because if you prevent it on Monday, they could do it on Tuesday. If you prevent it on Tuesday, they could do it on Wednesday. It is not your fault. It is not your fault. Please, please know that. Please. Yeah, you are very welcome. Okay. Deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. I would start meditating. And I think this is why your brother came through so strong, because as soon as I read your comment, brother popped out in my head. Meditation, nature, things like that. Okay. No, he's safe and at peace. All right, let's see. I'm just scrolling through. Jane, your brother who's living, you are very welcome. Wendy, you are very welcome. Hi, on TikTok. I'm over on YouTube. You can subscribe over there. Watch me over there. I'm doing some free readings. You are very welcome, Dawn. You are very welcome. I don't know. No, you asked about Jane. You asked about resolving issues with your brother. I don't. That's not really my specialty. I just connect to your loved ones who've crossed, and I see you have. Oh, good, Wendy. Oh, that's why I do this work. I don't want anybody walking around with guilt. I don't want that. I'm so happy. Howdy, Kristen. How you doing? Dawn, there's a variety of reasons. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you. There's a variety of reasons why people would or wouldn't come visit you. My brother-in-law, who I loved very, very much, I'll tell you this little story. He was stubborn as a mule. I was very close to him. My husband was very close to him. He passed in 2016. And, oh, am I still frozen? Yeah, it's, the internet. I'm sorry if I'm frozen. He passed in 2016, and after I became a medium, I kept asking, come to my dreams, come into my dreams. I want to dream about you. Give me a sign. Do something. And it took forever to get a message from him. Let me know if I'm still frozen. It took forever to get a message from him, and it was just a little snippet, like 5 seconds in a dream. And I was like, come on, man. Come talk to me. Do something. I'm a medium. And somebody comment, because I don't know if I'm frozen or not. Okay, thank you, Olga. Okay, thanks. And then, because I'm kind of a persistent person. And so now it's funny because I kept saying out to him, come on, come through with a sign. And now probably 9 times out of 10, whenever my husband and I go into public and, have somebody check us out at the grocery store, have a waiter wait on us, have a service person do something for us for any reason, 9 times out of 10, we run into someone named David on their name tag. And he's like, my husband, who's a little skeptical about different things, he goes, but that's a common name. I go, how many times have you seen Michael today or yesterday or the day before? Michael's the most common name. We were in Starbucks and we had just had that conversation, and someone that, they call out the name and they go, David. And David walks up, whoever the David was, he walks up to get the cup. 10 seconds later, David, a second David. There were 2 Davids in front of us. And I'm just like, see? And it just happens over and over. We were going on a ride. We live by Disney World. And so we were going on a ride. And the person in the line that was the worker, this was just a couple days ago, David on the name tag, like constantly. So it's kind of like, he doesn't really want to come visit per se, but he's sending us signs that he's around, and I love it. I'm going to cry thinking about it. Every time I see that name on a name tag, several times a week usually, I just grin like, there you are again. There you are again. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Sometimes they're stubborn. Sometimes they visit you in a different way. Cindy, this is for you. Sometimes you are not ready. Sometimes it's for your sanity. Sometimes they don't visit because they want you to heal. That's the reason why I always tell people wait a minimum of 3 months before you book a reading after a loved one has passed, because you need a little time to heal. I don't want to traumatize someone if they've lost someone and they're devastated on Tuesday and they book a reading for Friday. Some people take 3 months to start to feel better. Some people take 3 years. Some people take 30 years. It just varies from person to person. He'll come. You can ask him for a specific sign, Cindy. Ask him for a specific sign and give it a few days. And I'm not talking about a penny or a dime, and this is the line I always say, or a pirate ship to pull up to the front of your house. Something reasonable. I use snow globes. So there's a whole story I've told 1,000 times. Oh, okay, Ethan. I emailed you back, by the way. Let me know if you got it and if you're interested in that class. No rush, no hurry. Yeah, Mammy. I know you have a different name. I forgot what it was. I think you said Stephanie, if I'm remembering it right. Dawn, yeah, just ask for a specific sign. Ask for something specific. And when you ask for a sign from a loved one, it can be in person, on the TV, on social media. It can be in a conversation. It can be on a radio. It doesn't have to be something straightforward in front of you. Tammy, I will say yes. She's watching over him. And was there a time when your grandson talked to his mom like she was there and told you stories about her? Trent, I'll send it tomorrow morning. I usually send those in the morning. Don't worry, you're on my schedule. I'm very responsible. I know you're excited. I usually send my links out the night before the morning of a reading, just because I work so much and it's just easier to do it all at once. And for those of you on here, if you want a mini mediumship reading and you want to just try out mediumship, $35. Tomorrow, mini readings for a 15-minute reading. So you saw my little readings I've done. Okay, I'm going to talk to Tammy. You saw my little readings I've done, how much information can come through in just a few minutes. Okay, Ethan. So if you want a one-on-one reading, $35 tomorrow. There's only a few spots left. And I will close that probably tonight. She's always mommy and I'm mom. Okay. Okay. Are you worried about your grandson developing some bad habits with a few friends recently? Maybe I'm seeing video game addiction. And this may, let me know if you understand. I do ask for a specific sign. Okay. You just have to be patient, Cindy. Yes, Trent, that's 100% accurate. Spirit can come through. Both my first two mediumship experiences were the day someone passed. And actually, the 5-year anniversary of my first mediumship experience is January 26th. And yeah. Hi, everyone over here. I haven't really been paying attention to you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes. Okay. So you understand that. All right. So I know it's hard to get them off the video games. I would do my best to limit that activity because I feel like he's getting lost in it a little bit. Limit it and maybe get him involved in some things. And I'm hearing this from a sitcom. Go outside and be with the three-dimensional people. Go outside and be with the three-dimensional people. So I would try to limit it to an hour a day. If you see that he's going to act angrily, he's escaping, and you probably need some type of further intervention if he gets angry, if you ask him to stop and do something else. But you have to nip it in the bud now before it gets worse. And that's the message I'm hearing. So let me know if you understand that. And she's saying, I'm sorry, Mom, that I left you to raise a whole new child. I know that wasn't your plan for the rest of your life. And she's apologizing. Did I also feel addiction issues around your daughter or mental health issues or something? They come in groups like that sometimes. Let me know if you understand that and just give me a little sentence if you understand anything I said, and let me know. It helps me know if I'm on the right track. Cindy, you're asking for your husband, right? Lupus. Okay, okay. Thank you. Cindy, your husband is looking ashamed. Do you know why he would show me? He's got some shame. Just let me know if you understand that. Tammy, she could be talking about your grandson. Okay. Cindy, if you're still there, let me know. Hi, Kevin. I am actually over on YouTube. If you want to subscribe there, I'm going to be doing a lot more lives there, and I'm wrapping up a couple of readings over there now. But you can subscribe and get alerts for when I'm going to go live and do readings, and on my Facebook page, I'm going to be doing that more and more as well. And we're waiting for the comments. Cindy, I don't know if Cindy's still here. So, Tammy, keep an eye on the grandson and the video games. And Cindy, I'm sorry I haven't heard back from you. I just want to thank everyone for joining me on this live. Please subscribe to my page if you want a mini reading. Those are really limited, and those are tomorrow, $35 for 15 minutes. I have a coupon code good through the end of January. I'll be going live again either on Facebook or here on YouTube, maybe once during the week, and then definitely Friday or Sunday. Just click subscribe or something. I don't know how you get alerts, but I'll be here on YouTube. And on my socials, I always post when I'm going to go live on different places. So if you follow my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I always say when I'm going to go live. Oh, there's Cindy's comment. Hi, Juanita. Okay, just keep an eye on it, Tammy. Okay, good. She's just worried about him. Cindy, so just know that your husband, he's waiting. He said, I'm waiting. No, I see. She said yes, and then you said no. Okay, so I am out of gas. I'm out of steam. I'm out of brain capacity. And when I get tired, I start messing up all of my readings, and that's not good for anybody. So I will be going live again sometime in the middle of the week and over the weekend. Follow my socials for all of the updates on when I'm going to go live. I appreciate you all being here. Please subscribe to my page because I'm going to move my content mostly to YouTube from here on out. I appreciate all of you. Enjoy your Sunday. I hope you're warm. Okay, Cindy, see, that happens when I'm at the end. I start getting my wires mixed up. I'm sorry about that. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day. Stay warm out there. And thank you all for joining. Bye. You're welcome.